Greetings, Guardians! This is Olympus Alliance, and today we're diving into one of the most underestimated but absolutely devastating control heroes in Hero Wars Alliance, Phobos. If you've ever faced a team where one single mage was carrying the entire enemy formation, you already know the truth. Phobos is their worst nightmare, and today we're going to break down exactly why. Phobos is an intelligence-based control hero from the Eternity faction who stands safely on the back line. His entire identity is built around shutting down the enemy hero with the highest magic attack. He punishes this target through heavy magic damage, reduces their magic defense, steals all their gained energy, burns the stolen energy, and ultimately stuns them while frightening nearby enemies into losing both physical and magical attack. It's a complete shutdown package! The catch is that Phobos cannot attack during this final control period, but the payoff is enormous. His role is simple: neutralize the greatest magical threat of the enemy team and keep them under control from the first second to the last. Now let's talk about synergy, and Phobos has some of the deadliest combinations in the entire game. One of his strongest partners is Iris. Iris tends to finish battles quickly, melting teams with pure magic pressure, but strong enemy mages can ruin that tempo. That's exactly where Phobos steps in. While Iris burns the entire formation with her explosive damage, Phobos isolates the enemy mage with the highest power and disables them completely. The two heroes work perfectly together. Iris delivers massive area damage, Phobos removes the biggest threat that could resist it, and because he's an Eternity hero, his debuffs even increase Iris's total damage. It becomes a pressure engine, fast, coordinated, and impossible to counter unless the enemy comes prepared. Now let's move to another partnership, and this one is brutal: Phobos and Jorgen. Jorgen steals energy, delays it, burns it, and manipulates it. But sometimes, teams don't rely purely on their first skills. Sometimes their big damage comes from their second, third, and fourth abilities. That's where Phobos brings the missing layer. Jorgen shuts down the fastest energy build. Phobos shuts down the hero with the highest magic attack. Together they create full spectrum control over the enemy formation. One delays the entire team. The other completely disables the magic carry. This combo becomes overwhelming when the enemy lacks healing or lacks defenders against control effects. Another brilliant synergy comes from Amira. Amira shines when she faces teams that rely on one powerful mage or one big burst caster. If that target is too fast or too durable, she struggles. Phobos fixes that problem entirely. He reduces the target's magic attack, reduces their defense, steals their energy, burns their energy, and keeps them under control long enough for Amira to charge her abilities. By the time her gold explosion hits, the enemy formation is already weakened. It becomes a tactical duo. He disables the threat, she punishes the rest. Faceless is another hero who supercharges Phobos. Faceless stuns the entire enemy team and also groups them together through his throw. But the true magic happens when Faceless copies Phobos' first skill. Suddenly, the enemy mage gets hit twice 2 bursts of magic damage, 2 waves of debuffs, and complete control over their energy. Unless the target is immune to magic or has enormous defensive stats, this combo can instantly delete a backline mage the moment the battle begins. Now let's talk about supports, the heroes who protect Phobos, keep him alive, and give him space to control the battlefield. Morrigan is one of his strongest protectors. Phobos is fragile. He has no self-sustain. Morrigan compensates for that through healing, damage, damping, and skeleton support, and she prevents enemies from reviving. This is crucial because Phobos often kills mages early. Morrigan ensures they stay dead. And since Phobos is Eternity, he receives the strongest version of her buffs and healing. Corvus is another important partner. He protects Phobos through frontline presence and punishes attackers with his altar. On top of that, Corvus increases physical and magical attack for Eternity heroes, giving Phobos a nice damage boost. And whenever enemies try to strike multiple allies at once, Corvus punishes them, while Phobos disables the biggest magical threat. Tempest is amazing when Phobos faces physical attackers. Phobos already controls magic. Tempest reduces physical pressure, slows enemies, and manipulates the timing of the fight. Together they become a full control machine. One destroys magical tempo, the other disrupts physical tempo. And then we have Octavia. Phobos benefits massively from her dodge. When he dodges any physical or magic attack, he gains bonus energy, and because he's an Eternity hero, the dodge is even stronger. This means he ults earlier, applies his control earlier, and becomes much more dangerous. It's a synergy built around tempo, denying the enemy, and accelerating your own team. Now let's talk about how to defeat Phobos, because despite being powerful, he has clear weaknesses. Phobos is vulnerable to physical damage that reaches him directly. He has no armor, very low health, and no self-protection. Bringing him to the front line through Cleaver or indirectly striking him with redirection mechanics like Jorgen or Yu is extremely effective. He is also vulnerable to heroes who specifically target the lowest health ally. If Phobos has the lowest health on his team, Oya or K-Arc can delete him instantly. That's a very hard counter and must always be considered. Other strong counterattacks include Satori as long as Phobos is not the highest magic attack. Phobos' own stolen energy will give him Fox fire marks, and one Satori ult can erase him from the battle. Cornelius is another major threat. If Phobos' intelligence is high enough and his armor is low, Cornelius' monolith will destroy him instantly. Soleil is also an unexpected but deadly counter. His Halo ability increases damage to the central enemy each time they use control abilities. If Phobos is the central hero, his own stun can rebound into massive punishment, turning his strength into a direct weakness. And that, Guardians, is the full breakdown. Phobos is one of the best anti-mage control heroes in Hero Wars. Alliance fast, aggressive, surgical, and devastating when used correctly. With the right team, he doesn't just disable one enemy, he destroys their ability to fight at all. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, salute and friendship.